Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. As we see, we make an asset bill of material. Now we define three new items in inventory. What if we add those three items in inventory we would like to add to an asset bill of material? First, we have to define that the item are BOM allowed in the master item definition. Control L, organization items. Open the item again to search for the item. Screw, for example. Screw test sh, this item. Find. Now we want to include this item in an asset bill of material. We have to go to M bill of material, then we will select BOM allowed, then save. We will copy the item description. Again we will go to asset bill of material, assets, asset bill of material. Select the asset group, we will select this asset group, then now we have to select from the beginning as an existing bill of material. Again, asset bill of material. Here we'll press find. Select the asset group. As we can see here, the bill of material will appear here. Let us add another item. The item will be added is the screw. Screw sh, find this item. As we can see, it will appear here because it is bill of material allowed, then save. So this is an asset bill of material. Here we have to define the asset number. I'll select this asset number, then save. Now let us see how to define a meter. As we explained before, preventive maintenance are based on meter reading or time interval or fixed dates. Let us see now how to define a new meter and how to associate the meter with an asset. Meters, meter definition, name, audio meter, description, audio meter for forklift 5 tons, sh test 2, audio meter sh test 2, the name. Okay, then here is the association. If we add the asset here, this means this meter is associated with that asset. Before going to this step, we have to define the unit of measure for this meter. That's kilometer. Find kilometer. Okay, initial reading is 0. rate per day 0.025, number of past reading, we can say 3 readings. Okay, we will have every 8 days reading for this meter. We have to enter to the system. Okay, effective date from today. Asset number, this is the association of the meter with an asset. Search, select this forklift 5 tons. Okay, the asset group, everything will appear here. Save. Now we define a new meter and we associate the meter with an asset to record applied and saved. Okay, now let us see. Now we make all the necessary setup. Now we will start using the super user, the maintenance super user responsibility. After defining the main setup, now we have two main types of maintenance: reactive maintenance and the proactive maintenance. The reactive maintenance, named also as corrective maintenance or emergency or shutdown shutdown maintenance, or simply we can say unplanned maintenance for any breakdown unplanned happen in the asset. We will use the corrective maintenance. To use this maintenance, simply we will create unplanned work request, then we will create work order according to the work request. Work order also can be created without work request. Let us see the responsibility of the super user. Maintenance super user responsibility. Switch to maintenance super user responsibility. Maintenance super user responsibility. It is an HTML screen, web-based screen. Here let us see how to create a new work request. First of all, we have to select the organization. Our organization is FAC. Go. We'll create now work request. Go to work request. Create work request. Here we can search for existing and we can create here. First of all, select the asset number. Use here SH. Go. Description. We will select asset numbers. Here forklift. Too much. Let us write description, asset number. Yes, as we can see here, we can select forklift 5 tons as an asset. Select. Now we have to define the department that this work request will be assigned for. Select the department. By description. This department appearing. maintenance mobile equipment test Shareef 2. I will select this department. I will assign to this department. Select. Then the priority, this is mandatory to write high. Then we have to write a short description. Changing oil changing engine oil. Okay, here I can write my contact number. We can write also email. Then apply. As we can see here, this number is the request number. We will save this request number. Okay, now as we could see, we created new work request for maintenance. This work request, we can add attachment for the work request. We can view it again, and if we have approver, so the request will go for approval. But I make it the status awaiting work order. It is approved directly based on the setup prepared for the work requests. Now go to work order. How to create a new work order from the same super user responsibility. Go to work orders. Then for work orders, we can search for work order or create a new work order. I will select create work order. Now, first of all, if I know the work request number, I will select the request number here. Once I select the request number, as we can see here, all the necessary fields are filled already by the asset number, asset group, description, everything. Okay, now it's important to know the status of the work order. Now the status is draft. This is the default. I will make the status as released. Now I will release this work order. As we can see here, we have the details for work order that I can select. We have additional details. Failure information. If we have failure, defining failure code, this is for analysis purpose. One important issue, which is the operation requirement. Here I can select or add operations. For example, changing oil. I will add the department. Same problems. Maintenance department. Maintenance, change oil. I will select this department for this operation. Okay. Level site number 10. Next is the resources. We can select the resources to perform this operation.